me to present the lighting?
The lighting, I could present it.
Well, it doesn't make me any difference on, essentially on the lighting, we were given a proposal to update the lighting in the courthouse and the annex. Bear with me while I find that file folder. Let me cut to the chase and say the bottom line is we don't have a recommendation or a favorable or non-favorable on this. It was a situation where essentially the lighting company came to Denny and Mark, and they gave them quotes. The push, I guess, is because as of July the 14th of this year, GE, I won't speak for any other company, but GE stopped making the T12 fluorescent bulbs. They're done. We're going to more efficient lighting. And it was kind of given to us as it was going to be necessary it is necessary to eventually change all the lighting to conform. The push from the company was that there's rebates right now if we do the job, and it might not be down the road. So I think really and truly, I think George is here too, I think we kind of felt like the payback, let me stop for a second. The courthouse and the annex are essentially 8-9 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you remember, we did this at the jail. We got a grant. It was considerably more money. But the jail is 24/7. Lights on all the time. So the savings was big. The savings here to repay the investment in the annex will take 107 months.
What about when we run out of bulbs?
That's an issue, Bill. That's where we just aren't sure. In my lifetime, I've been given doom and gloom stories that you're going to have to do this, and some of the things, the big one is my mind was you're going to have to join a large health system if you want to stay in business. Wabash never joined, DeKalb never joined, Steuben never joined, and they're still in business. So, I just don't know about these doom and gloom things. But I guess the fact remains that yes, the lights we're currently using in the courthouse and the annex will be unavailable at some point in time. The cost of the project for the courthouse after rebate is $22,634, and the cost for the annex is $12,053 after rebate. The payback at the annex is 107 months. The payback at the courthouse is 59.5 months. So we don't have a recommendation one way or the other.
Can we pay for this out of the savings from the jail?
I don't know how that would work.
Don, there's no doubt we're gonna have to look into this sometime down the road, because that's federal mandated, quit manufacturing the T12 light bulbs.
Okay.
But I'd like to see some other bids from some local
This
contractors.
is only one bid.
Yep,
It's only
I
bid
agree.
from Gray Bar and with GE equipment. That is absolutely right. This is only.
Excuse me,
No, go ahead.
Gray Bar will work with any contractor. The reason this come up now is Havel Brothers is working on the courthouse, and they was previously involved in your audit here several years ago, and it just faded into nothing for a while. But now the time is coming when Mark and I got to know whether to purchase all the T12 bulbs we can get so we can put this out farther, or do it now. And that plus the $3,000 rebate, which is going to go away at the end of the year. So I guess we come for more guidance than approval. Do you want us to pursue this with a local contractor, a non-union outfit that can put the lights in? Or, do you want us to, like I said, buy all the T12s we can get and wait as long as we can?
I think that I think, as far as I'm concerned, that you should go out and get quotes from local contractors to see how much this could cost from a variety of people, and then maybe come back next month to decide. That way we don't lose the rebate, the $3,000 rebate, and we can then purchase, if they're all too expensive or whatever, then purchase T12 bulbs.
That's what we were looking for, just approval or a consensus to go to pursue this further or to forget about it, so.
I think we're gonna claim any choice, at some point we're gonna have, Thompson, we're gonna have to do it.
We've kind of come to that conclusion as this has processed along here, and that's where we got to this morning.
Yeah, unless, I agree the same unless some of the rest of you people sitting here disagree.
I think we need more than one
Yeah.
bid so that we can go into it.
One of the questions I had is, because I have never been involved, and I'm sure you guys have, when I think about the annex, we call the annex, I don't see much county function in that annex. I see Purdue, I see the State Department of Family and Children's Services, I see the Literacy Council, and what's important to Denny is storage for snow removal equipment, or mowers. Is it all?
All of our.
That's our garage, that's their garage. So,
Well, we're bound by statute to provide that space for Purdue.
For the extension.
Or some space.
we who, Bill? We who?
County.
We the county. Okay, do we not get paid for it?
No.
Okay. Do we get paid by the state for the Department of Family and Children's Services?
I can't answer that.
I can't either, but I don't think we can.
We talked about that yesterday,
I've never heard a number.
about 30,000 a year.
30,000 a year, okay. Okay, I just wonder if there wasn't some funds from some of those sources to help, foot the bill. Is it wrong to ask Purdue to help foot the bill?
Anything,
You're
but I'd
gonna
say
ask
what's
them,
their
they
answer.
won't get- Yeah, I'll tell you what their answer will be.
Well, but try it. I mean, you never know. I remember when they came in Family and Children's Services and they said, you have to look like every other Family and Children's Services building in the state of Indiana. So we sent a letter to the governor, we as in the commissioner sent a letter to the governor, and he said, no, you don't have to do that, and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. So, you don't know if you don't try.
It's just some of the thoughts that I had, because I'm not that familiar with the annex, other than I just look at it and I don't see any county functions going on in there. So from the commissioner's standpoint, we just didn't have a favorable or unfavorable on the lights, but the direction is to get local prices, right?
I think it's
Okay, excellent. I will tell you on the furnace, and I'll let him talk about the furnaces, we do have a favorable pass on the furnaces.
This is on the annex furnace?
Yes. Go ahead, Denny, talk about the furnaces.
There was some confusion yesterday at the commissioners meeting about the price, and we clarified that with Redmond. I got some. We had two bids.
We'll share.
Denny's got some.
And Redmond, and they was real close.
Oh, look, he's in and out.
And we thought we'd had it resolved, and we found out that we didn't yesterday at the meeting. But the furnaces, the two twin furnaces that are hooked together that cool family and children and the conference room, they got cracks in the heat exchangers. There's no doubt. They shut the gas off. There's no way we can use them. The third furnace, and by the way, disregard that meeting room air conditioner. We eliminated that first set there. The third furnace is all these are hooked into that big chimney that goes up. Well, if we put 90% in to go with PVC, we have a problem with the third furnace. They're either going to have to run a B vent clear to the top of the chimney, which is going to cost probably half as much as the furnace's replacement. They can't run it through the chase that they're running the PVC because of code. They've got to be so far apart. So we asked for a price on 3 furnaces. By the way, the third furnace is 18 years old also, so it's not new. So the prices we come up with, or Redmond's come up with, is $7,190. that's to have all 3 furnaces replaced. Redmond's has always taken care of that. In fact, their air conditionings are in these units. The reason we're leaning toward them is, who do you call when you got a problem? Do you call somebody else, or do you call Redmond's, who knows the building and is taking care of it? So, the price we got now from Redmond's is $7,190.
Redmond also has a 5-year warranty versus a 1-year
Yeah.
warranty.
We probably realized some savings on fuel costs over the.
We didn't get that down, but there certainly will be savings, because they're gonna redo the filter rack on the 1-2. They think the twin furnaces are starved for air. They're funneled down to go through the filter and then starving the furnaces, which may have had something to do with the crack heat exchangers, but those furnaces are over 20 years old. They're about 24, 25 years old. So they're probably due. I'm just glad that they found the cracks in them before we had bigger problems. They did that when we had an air conditioner went out. We had them check the furnaces out. They said, the air conditioner will work, but the furnaces won't. So that's the heating system at the annex.
What is the lifespan of these new furnaces? Does anybody know what the lifespan should be?
Can't tell you
You
that.
know, I guess I'm just getting old enough, but 17 years or so don't sound that old for a furnace, but they don't make them like they used to either.
Yeah. I think the big advantage of them would be the efficiency of them. You're going from, who knows?
Yeah,
What
but you know,
these are.
we can't trade cars just because you're gonna get a little better mileage.
Well,
That doesn't
you're
work
right
out
there.
that well.
But the 2 furnaces we have to replace. The third one, you're gonna get, you're probably gonna pay for half of it, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna spend the money to run the B vent up, and get that done, and then it'll go bad, and we'll have to put the furnace in anyway, so.
Yeah.
For something they like, there's no option. So I move we approve this.
Would we take the funding?
What's Don got, did he got any comment on this?
The favorable pass from the commissioners.
And you recommend going with Redmond's?
Mainly because they have always taken care of that building, and
All right, I include that in the motion.
The air conditioning units are combined with the same units as the furnaces will be. Yeah, if you have a fan problem, or a motor problem, or a blower problem, either we're gonna have to determine what the problem is and take a chance on calling the right guy, or just sticking with one company. It's kinda like what we did at the courthouse. We went with the water chiller and the boilers and the controls, all with one company. So if we got a problem, we call one person, and they can come and fix whatever the problem might be. Where when you get more than one company involved in the same heating system, you don't know who to call, or sometimes we don't know who to call.
Well, I'll second the motion so we can have discussion.
Any additional discussion? Those in favor of the motion signify by your right hand. Those opposed, the same.
I guess we need to decide where we're gonna fund that out of.